About ritual, Sadhguru. On Shivratri, we offer honey, milk on Shiv Linga. Is there a scientific reason behind why we do that?
Milk and honey is offered because most of the lingas that you're offering to are stone lingas, all right? A stone linga which is kept for worship or whatever else it may be, if you don't feed it with some kind of fat or oily material, either ghee or milk or something like this, it will crack. It'll become brittle and crack over a period of time.
Crack? Crack is the answer.
Over a period of time. So, periodically you have to apply either oil or ghee or milk or whatever you like, something through which the stone can absorb fatty material so that there is integrity to the stone. So once you're worshipping something, you don't want it to crack up.
That's more like a maintenance of…
It is a certain maintenance. And also, it makes the linga, if it is properly consecrated, it'll reverberate better if it remains wet. See, if you apply oil or ghee or even milk, the fat of the milk, the linga remains wet all the time. As I said earlier, you have to keep your body wet to receive. And similarly, linga has to be wet for it to exude this. So one simple way of keeping it wet is soak it in oil or ghee or honey or milk, all these things which will keep it wet for a long period of time. If I pour water, that also is being done, it will remain for 10 minutes and then it'll dry up. But if I pour milk, it stays wet for months on end because the fat has entered the pores in the rock.
Is it the reason why even Rudraksh is soaked in ghee?
Of course, otherwise Rudraksh will become brittle and crack up. You just put Rudraksh on your body, because of the sheer body heat and other things, in 6 to 8 months it'll crack up. But if you periodically put it in ghee and milk, it will last for a lifetime and more.
You are pouring milk, honey, ghee, it seems that fat will keep the stone wet, so the stone will not crack. So it is only a maintenance. No, it is actually a 295A hurting the religious sentiments. Understand, it is actually hurting the religious sentiments. No, you are one side straight anti-Hindu forces saying, oh, why do you spend 20 rupee on a milk and pour on Shivalinga? Better give it to a poor child who does not have a milk. Oh God, yes. Why should we waste 300 rupee on your cinema ticket? And better 300 rupees, you can serve more kids than 20 rupee. I tell you, one side those anti-Hindu attacks from outside, external attacks. Other side, internal collapse. Somebody telling, you pour milk, ghee and honey on Shivalinga and keep it wet so that the stone will not crack. God, crack. What kind of answer? What kind of a logic? There are 1,000 sacredness associated with why we pour milk, ghee and honey, all that on Shivalinga. I can start giving 1,000 answers which are in tune with the original sacred sentiment why we are doing this. Understand? In those days, our whole work was taking care of cows. What is the essence of the whole day's work? The milk you get. What is the essence of even the milk you get? Is the ghee finally you make. And what is the essence of whole day you going around the forest and trying to collect honey? The honey you get. The essence of all our day efforts, the whole day efforts essence is our life. Literally we spent our whole life on this. So this is the essence. The result, fruit, essence of our life. We offer it to the representation of Sadashiva, towards whom we feel highest sacred sentiment. Most sacred. First of all, the fundamental. When somebody asks me, why do we pour milk, honey, ghee on the lingas? I'll say, no, we don't pour on linga, we pour on Sadashiva. That is a fundamental shift the questioner is supposed to have. Understand? Fundamental shift. Sacred sentiment is required. If you cannot cause that shift, please do not interfere in our religious matters. Stop with what you are expert. Not on religious matters. Pouring milk on linga is a subject of Aagama. If you do not have respect for Aagama, if you have not read them, if you are not ready to revere them, please do not invade into our sacred. And the questioner is asking, so is it all about maintenance, Guru? Yes, yes, it is all about. Pour on Sadashiva. You need to pour continuously milk and ghee to keep a stone without cracking. Then the temple tower is made of the same stone. No milk, water, ghee is poured on it whole day and night. Why that is not cracking? If it is only a maintenance issue, my masters are brilliant enough, rich enough, asking us, hey, pour the milk and ghee and honey on the whole temple tower, and we will be doing it. They are rich enough to command and we are obedient enough to do. Sometimes we don't even pour on linga. We just pour in the banks of rivers, ocean, not even inside the river, in the banks. We just make the sand heap and pour it on that. Oh, maybe the sand should not crack. No, I just want to know why we pour on beach sand on the banks of Ganga, on the beaches of ocean. We make a heap of sand, or just get a stone in the street and put it. And if we don't get anything, just a corner milestone. Understand? If you are master of one thought current, I don't even question your mastery. Please keep it to that. Pouring milk on linga is the subject of Aagama, not the subject of yoga. It's a subject of Aagama. If you have reverence for Aagama, reverence enough to listen to the sacred sentiments of Aagama, understand? When you read the scriptures, if you have enough reverence and feeling connection, the sentiments, layers of sentiments behind those words will resonate in your heart. Once I had that experience. There is a beautiful book called Sri Sri Ramakrishna Munti in Bengali. In English it is translated as Portrait of Sri Ramakrishna. And I started learning, reading and writing Bengali just to read this book. And my sannyas guru Hamsanandapuri, he was staying in place called Telghat in Calcutta. There was a huge company, Burn Standard Motors, or Burn Motors. I forgot the company name. In front of that company, there is a small ghat called Telghat, and where he used to stay is old person who can't read. He was too old. I think he must be at least above 100. Only above 100 we call old in India. And he can't read. He will ask me, hey, read this Ramakrishna Punti. And I still remember how just in few hours, in 48 hours, he just literally blessed me to read and write Bengali. And still I remember some of the lines. Jaya Jaya Ramakrishna Vanja Kalpataru, Jaya Jaya Ramakrishna Jagadir Guru, Jaya Jaya Ramakrishna Sabaya Sarane. Ishtagoshti Gan. It's a inaugural verse. I bow down to Ramakrishna, who is Vanja Kalpataru. I bow down to Ramakrishna, who is Jagater Guru, means the universal Guru. Jaya Jaya Ramakrishna Ishtagoshti Gan. Shobhayar Shorene Renu Mageye Adam. Let me have the feet dust of all who lived, worshipped, revered, connected with Sri Ramakrishna. Understand, it is not the lines, the way he will sit while I am reading out those lines, the reverence he will show for that scripture made me realize the sacred sentiments loaded in those verses. I will literally feel every line is loaded with so much of feeling connection. The way he will treat that book and the way he will sit, even though being so old, will not even stretch his leg if I am reading out this book for him. He literally gave me the power to read and write Bengali in 48 hours. So I can read out this book for him. To understand the scripture, first of all, you need reverence. Second, deep feeling connection. So, the sacred sentiments loaded in that scripture reveals itself to you. Sacred sentiments are always a patni with shyness. Understand? A patni with a shyness will reveal herself to you only in a deep love and feeling connection. She is not prostitute. Logic is prostitute. You don't need anything. It will open itself in front of you. But sacred sentiment of feeling connection is patni, kulastri with shyness. You need a deep reverence and feeling connection for her to reveal herself to you. Understand, if you read scriptures, if you have a reverence for the scriptures, if you have feeling connection for the scriptures, declare that first and then talk about the matters of scriptures. The alternative pop mythologists are not gurus and acharyas of Hinduism. alternative, overrated pop mythologies. Listen to the words I am using. Overrated pop mythologies. Don't comment on the subjects of Aagama. It is hurting our religious sentiments. The fruit of our whole life. Understand? In those days, the best possession you can have is a cow. The work you need to do whole day is taking care of them. So the fruit of your whole day's action, the karma pala, is a milk. And you churn that and get ghee. So it is the essence of your whole day's work. We decide to take part with that essence, with Sadashiva, as our gratitude offering, the offering of the sacred sentiment we carry about Sadashiva. We carry with Sadashiva. We carry towards Sadashiva. This kind of a interpretation is like, now I am saying, pour the life essence milk on Sadashiva. Later on somebody who sees this video and saying, yes, he's in our ashram only, let us pour on him. Not on that Sadashiva, I am talking about this Sadashiva. Brahmachari Sadashiva. If somebody later on interprets, yes, Swamiji told about this boy only. How completely confusing interpretation it is. That is what exactly these guys are doing here. When we pour it on Sadashiva, these guys call it, we pour it on Linga. Hey. Where it falls does not matter. On whom it is expected to fall matters. Where it falls does not matter. Remembering whom it is poured matters. Where it falls is mundane. Remembering whom it is poured is sacred. To whom it is poured is sat. Where it falls is mundane. Change your name to Mundane Guru. If you are looking at only where it falls and making comments on it, to whom it is poured is Sat. Where it falls is mundane. We don't care about it. We poured it for somebody else. We poured it for somebody else. To whom we pour matters, not where it falls. I'll continue to help you to discover the blind spots. Understand the reverence, sacred sentiments associated with our actions needed to be understood with that very strength of that sacred sentiment and feeling connection. First of all, the logical systems evolved for self-consoling answers should not be applied on sacred rituals. If you apply, as Mundaka Upanishad says, avidyayam antare vartamana swayam dhira panditam manyamana janganyamana paryantimuta ante naiva niyamana yatantaha, living amidst the ignorance and thinking themselves with false pride that we are the wise scholars, being learned in the scriptures as we are. They don't even feel that they are learned in the scriptures, but they think they are capable of solving all problems of the universe. The foolish, non-discriminative people thus wander about lacking the vision of true knowledge while being wounded and afflicted by the many incompletions. Just like the blind people being led by the blind. Ante naiva niyamana yatantaha. Surely there are tons of sacred reasons why we pour milk on Sadashiva and why it falls on Shiva Linga. If you look at why we pour, it is Sat. If you look at where it falls, it is mundane. The moment it is poured, purpose is over. It is mundane people who look at where it falls. All these stupid, logical, third-rate, cunning, dash, 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 add whatever you want. When a devotee is experiencing the breath dimension, he is not in the mood of fleecing, sucking, strategically stealing. He is in the mood of flowing, pouring. That is why he pours his whole fruit of his labor. In those days, the fruit of the whole day labor is milk and ghee. He pours the milk on deity, ghee on the fire. Means literally he is pouring his life. The fruit and result of his life is pouring, is overflowing, is in ecstasy. Whatever he has made through his whole day, he is pouring it on the deity because he is experiencing that overflowing breath dimension of his awakened by God, and the deity represents God. So that is the only way he is expressing, is flowing. A cheat extortionist can never understand the milk being offered on the deity, milk being poured on the deity, because he doesn't know this dimension of life. He doesn't know this dimension of life. They go on abuse. Oh, there is so much poverty. Why the Hindus are wasting? Bloody, as long as we were living as a Hindu country, we were the richest economy. It is you fellows entered into our country and destroyed the whole economy, swindled us, robbed, swindled, made everything unstable. A person who lives with deity, who does not know puja, does not live with the deity, does not have connection with the deity, they both can never understand. This fellow will tell, you are keeping a stone and pouring milk and everything on it from morning till night. You are playing with it. What is going on? When you wake up, you wake that up. When you go to bed, you put it to bed. A person who lives with the deity can never be understood by a person who is not connected, who is not having feeling connection with the deity. Because he is experiencing the other dimension, breath. As I said, the fellow who never had a pet, does not have an interest, can never understand why people spend so much money on the pet animals. The right will of their properties. They get beautiful place to live, all the best things. You can never understand that. Same way, a person who is connected to deity, who lives with the deity, can never be understood by a person who is not connected to deity. Even now, the best moments of my life is the time I spend in puja. That's all. Essence of today's satsang. To whom we pour is sat, where it falls is mundane. Seeing to whom we pour is sat, seeing where it falls is mundane. So, actually in Hindu tradition, even the deity is Archavatara. Even that cannot be called as mundane. Of course, when you don't even know the concepts of all this, you will only see that as an ordinary stone and you will think it is oiling. Now in your life, if whole day you are soaked in Bhava Samadhi, you will feel it is poured for Sadashiva. Whole day you are only getting oil massage, you will only feel, oh, that also needs oil massage. No, what is your lifestyle? Only based on that you will decide, you will understand things.